Have you seen the now viral video of a USC student removing flyers of kidnapped Israelis? Tonight, the student has a message for the Jewish community.
President Biden meets with the president of China here in California to discuss climate change, AI, and more.
And the spirit of giving is here as athletes and community members serve up Thanksgiving dinner near campus.
Annenberg TV News is next.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
Hundreds of people marched in Hollywood this afternoon against the ongoing war in Israel. Hi, I'm Hanah Abualhaj.
And I'm Ramirez. The Los Angeles chapter of Jewish Voice for Peace is calling for a ceasefire.
Palestine will never die! Palestine will never die!
Free Palestine!
The crowd gathered at DeLongre Park between Sunset Boulevard and Fountain Avenue. People carried signs saying, quote, "Free Palestine" and "Ceasefire now." They're demanding President Biden and Congress take action.
We're fighting for the ceasefire over Gaza. We're hoping to not read any more news about more kids being killed, and that would be the number one topic.
We're American Palestinians, and we've watched this our whole lives, and we just want to come out here to stand with the Jewish people who recognize the problem and want to be part of the solution.
The Jewish Voice for Peace is an anti-Zionist and pro-Palestinian organization.
A video of a USC student tearing down posters of Israeli hostages went viral last week. Rachel Burney publicly apologized yesterday to USC's Jewish community.
Why are you taking those down?
In the video, Burney is confronted by someone shooting the video. Burney is a USC PhD candidate studying mathematics and also a physics TA. In a written statement to USC Hillel, Burney said, quote, "If I could go back to that day, I would not take the posters down, but that is not possible. Instead, what I can do now is offer my sincere apology, learn more about this conflict to better support my peers in these hard times, and make the effort to mend the pain I have caused." Burney said that her laughter heard in the video was a nervous response to being filmed. Annenberg Media reached out to Burney, but she declined to comment any further. The president of UC Schools announced they will distribute $7 million across all 10 campuses to help address religious and racial conflicts at universities. $3 million is going to emergency mental health, $2 million to education on anti-Semitism and Islamophobia, and $2 million to staff and faculty leadership training.
Free, free Palestine! Long live Palestine!
Not think that the displacement of 1.5 million people in Gaza is an emergency.
At Columbia University, students and faculty are fighting the suspension of two pro-Palestinian campus groups. The groups are Students for Justice in Palestine and Jewish Voice for Peace. The JVP is an anti-Zionist and Free Palestine student group. Columbia University says it banned the organizations because they violated university policies on holding events. The university also says SJP and JVP used threatening rhetoric and intimidation. We spoke with one Columbia student who attended the rally.
I just wanted to say that as a Jewish student on Columbia's campus, I'm completely disgusted by the insinuation that Jewish Voice for Peace and Students for Justice in Palestine are anti-Jewish groups. I think it misrepresents the fact that they're standing against a genocide, and I'm deeply disappointed, but ultimately not surprised by the actions of the president of the university and the board of trustees and suspended them.
In response to the ban, the two groups released a joint statement saying, quote, "Our suspension is the latest instance of a pattern of censorship. Columbia's repression of our free speech reinforces a racist narrative that devalues Palestinian life." According to the university, the only way to lift the suspension is for the two groups to follow school policies and, quote, "engage in consultations at a group leadership level with university officials." For the first time in 6 years, China's President Xi Jinping is visiting the U.S. for a summit. Today, along with President Biden, discussed issues such as climate change, combating narcotics, trafficking, and artificial intelligence.
Our conversation, because I think it's paramount that you and I understand each other clearly.
China and the U.S. have experienced a strange relationship.
Or miscommunication.
One professor at San Diego State University sees this face-to-face conversation as a step towards better relations between the two countries.
I just welcome the
positive direction that this step is, that there is an open communication between the two countries. So I think that's an important start because we have been kind of disconnected for.
Late today, a U.S. official said Biden and the president of China have reached agreements to curb illicit fentanyl production and reopen military ties.
The partial closure of the 10 freeway is expected to continue for at least 3 to 5 more weeks after last weekend's fire beneath the freeway. Strongly urged LA drivers to avoid the 10 freeway near Alameda Street. They're recommending commuters use public transportation. According to the mayor, Metro ridership has increased about 10% in the past few days. Here are 5 color-coded alternative LA Metro routes instead of taking the 10. The trains are even going faster to encourage public transit use and decrease traffic.
It's week 3 of Native American Heritage Month. Today, there was a special celebration on campus with music speakers and food.
I think that education and understanding is interaction. So whether that be coming to any of the events that NASA is hosting here at USC, or just getting online, getting information, interacting with Native American individuals and communities where you can is super important to be able to have that hands-on experience and be very respectful in that manner.
Native Americans make up only 2% of the U.S. population. The people at this celebration know their numbers are small, but hope their voices are loud enough to be heard.
A new fashion minor is coming to USC. It is a collaboration across 6 schools, including Annenberg. The dean of ATVN and Young Academy described how it will give students the chance to explore all aspects of fashion.
The most important philosophical thing here is to accept that even though the traditional education system has been built around silos, most of the life of young people like yourself, the meaning happens at the intersections. The student makes the path, because for them, it's their identity on fashion that they're going to have to put on that, and that trains them to then put their own identity on fashion after they come out of the university.
Joining us now is Annenberg Media's fashion desk editor, Cassidy Roan, to talk about the significance of this new minor. Thanks for joining us today, Cassidy.
Thanks for having me.
So my first question is, with the variety of majors and minors here at USC, I'm surprised there already wasn't a fashion minor. So how important is the interdisciplinary aspect of this program?
It's so important because in order to be successful in the fashion industry, you have to have the skills that an artist has, that an entrepreneur has, and so much more. So it's great to be exposed to these early on in our careers.
Yeah, that's awesome that they're combining everything together. And why is it important for students to personalize the classes that they take through this program?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously so many different vessels of fashion, and so it's great to be able to kind of choose your own adventure and see what goes hand in hand with the skills you already have and hone it on that.
That's awesome. And are there any specific classes that you want to take?
I mean, I would love to take the fashion influencing class and the costume construction class.
Well, thanks, Cassidy. Students can enroll in the interdisciplinary fashion minor next semester. 2 progressive master's degrees are planned for fall 2024.
DoorDash and Angel City FC, an LA women's soccer team, served up an early Thanksgiving meal at All the People's Community Center in South LA. The event is one of 6 for the holiday season. Players Savannah McCaskill and Brittany Eisenhower were 3 to lend a hand.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Like, the community is the reason why we play. Like, getting out in front of our fans and our supporters and people that cannot come to games but are also fans is really important for us to, kind of put faces to names. And I think that's really special part of being an athlete is it's not just what you do on the field, but the impact that you can have off the field as well.
The food was delicious. And people were very nice and courteous. Very beneficial to attend these meetings and, get out and learn your neighbors.
The community center will continue to serve up upwards of 1,000 meals until 7 p.m. tonight. Rivalry Week is in full effect. We take a look at how a new rule has shaken things up for the Trojan Knights and Helenas.
Ever dream of throwing a pie at a Bruin? We caught up with some students taking aim at the infamous bear.
And Harry Potter and Balenciaga, we place a reality check on some AI-generated YouTube videos.
Let me tell you how we amplify our Latina voices. Check out Dímelo. We have it all. Deportes.
Entertainment. Noticias. ¿Qué tal? Soy Mariela Gómez y bienvenidos a Dime la Hora.
Radio and Podcasting.
Comida y cultura. Digital social media.
¿A qué equipo le vas tú? LA Galaxy o LAFC? Dímelo is the only Latina-focused media outlet at USC. Dímelo, we have it all.
Dímelo, we have it all.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know.
There's a new pet.
Chia.
Chia Pet, the pottery that grows. It's fun and easy. Soak your chia, spread the seeds, keep it watered, and watch it grow. And now grow a whole collection of fun with chia teddy bears, puppies, kittens, rams, bulls. There's even a chia tree to keep your pets company. Chia Pets and Trees, the pottery that grows.
The Chia Pet and Chia Tree are available at Kmart, Rite Aid, Ames, and Woolworth. Makes a great gift.
With the USC versus UCLA football game coming up on Saturday, it's rivalry week. Rain or shine, and now wide awake, the Trojan Knights will be guarding Tommy Trojan. But a new university ban on sleeping overnight means all during their 24-hour shifts, there's no napping or even lying down.
It definitely does upset me. I think that there's 70 years of tradition that's being stepped on by people that don't necessarily understand how much the student body enjoys this event. And I think that giving us more hurdles and obstacles is a testament to the fact that they don't understand how much we care about USC. But our dedication will be proven this week in the way that we handle ourselves. So,
working inside the Knights' tents, there were sleeping bags and cots stashed away. But under the new ban, they're not supposed to use them. The statue of Tommy Trojan is already fully wrapped. The all-women's group, the Hellenes, are also on guard for the statue of Hecuba in the USC Village. It's raining right now. Let's see what happens overnight.
You heard from USC side, but what's up across town? To celebrate the festivities this week, we went to UCLA to ask students what they thought about Rivalry Week. Also protects campus monuments. While the Bruin Bear doesn't have students camping out in front of it, the bear is wrapped with duct tape. Both schools do this to prevent their rivals from pulling pranks on their statues.
I don't necessarily partake in any shenanigans. I'm going to go to the game, root for the Bruins. Might get a little rowdy with some USC fans.
So I have a long history of UCLA love and rivalry against USC. A lot of my friends actually go to USC, so it's even more fun to kind of have that rivalry between the two of us.
Obviously the Bruins. Trying to suck.
Yeah, 30-12 Bruins.
Based off of stats, I would say, and like player quality, I would say like USC. But I still think that UCLA has that spirit somewhat.
Conquest, a pep rally and concert here at SC, will take place tomorrow. Some students showed their Trojan pride today with a pie. Rivalry traditions between UCLA and USC have gone for decades, but the pie event started last year. Eager students lined up waiting for their chance to serve up a plate of shaving cream. Lucky for UCLA, a brave USC student wore the mascot outfit.
So I'm with Trojan Pride, which is a part of undergrad student government, and we're all things school spirit.
And as Trojan Pride Committee, we are responsible for planning the student government's events related to UCLA USC Spirit Week, which is called Conquest. What things like this do is just bring the Trojan community, the Trojan family together. So that's our whole goal, is to just kind of centralize spirit.
Saturday's rivalry football game against UCLA is at the Coliseum. Kickoff is at 12:30.
You are Balenciaga, Harry.
Just like magic, these YouTube videos of popular movie and TV series are AI generated. Because of the increased use of AI, YouTube announced it will require creators to disclose when they have fabricated content that could be mistaken for reality using AI tools. Reality check, where we decide if AI-generated media passes the reality check. Rachel Victor, an AI consultant who specializes in artificial intelligence in the entertainment industry, spoke with.
The challenge that YouTube has is that they don't want to be seen as a house for where, false content is propagated. Just in conclusion, we are living in a time that's kind of challenging in terms of knowing what to do around these tools, right?
The new labels will appear in the description panel, and for content about sensitive topics like elections and ongoing conflicts will be placed in a prominent location. Now moving to weather. Erika, it was raining for most of the day. Is the weather going to continue into the big game on Saturday?
Hanah, I am singing and dancing in the rain right now outside of Annenberg. It is definitely water pouring from the sky. There are students, it's a sea of umbrellas. We've got skateboarders with umbrellas, hoodies on the heads. USC students, this is definitely something new for them. But looking at the current temperatures, let's check out. So it is 58 degrees outside. It's a little bit frigid, a lot frigid actually standing out here. There is a lot of rain coming down. It's believed that tonight, possible thunderstorms before 11 p.m. And by the end of the day, precipitation amounts to reach to 1/10 to 1/4 inch. So we're definitely getting some rain tonight. Looking into this 5-day week forecast, Trojans, this might be a good time to go think about going to the bookstore and getting yourself a nice festive poncho, because tomorrow, again, 50% chance of rain in the morning, 30% in the evening. Yes, 72 degrees, but still rain. Same thing for Friday, 70 degrees. Lows are hitting those 50s. Friday evening, chance of rain after 5 p.m. going into the weekend. Saturday, it is going to rain, but before 5 a.m. So if you are tailgating, it is still going to be a nice day. A little bit cooler though, so bring a coat. Make sure that it is cardinal and gold, not blue or yellow. And Sunday, temperatures, again, it's going to be clear and sunny, staying in those low 70s, going into Monday, back right into 75 degrees on Sunday for your turkey week ahead. So if you are traveling this weekend, hopefully the weather does stay under control for safe travels and less chaos for you. Enjoy this week going forward. Make sure you're eating lots of yummy food and saying thank you. Thomas, tell me that no Bruins are going to rain on our parade this weekend.
Well, Erika, the Bruins or Trojans are both already having down years. Alex and I will discuss whether that dampens the spirit of the rivalry. Men's basketball tripped up for the first time this season. We have some water polo bracketology for you. All that and more next on ATVN Sports.
Bonjour, je suis le grand musique.
Je suis la jeune fille.
Yes, that's French they're speaking, and no, these children aren't French, they're American. And they've acquired their amazing new language skills from Muzzy, the remarkable new video language program for children developed by the British Broadcasting Corporation. With this unique BBC language course, children learn a second language with incredible ease. 4 delightful videos quickly become their favorite TV show and teaches children the same way they learned English. Learning another language becomes fun. You'll be amazed when your children begin speaking and understanding their new language from the very first day through this unique method. The entire course, 4 videos, 2 audio cassettes, the activity book, and the Parent's Guide and Answer book is available in French, Spanish, Italian, or German.
To order, use your credit card and call this number. We'll ship and charge you $28.08 a month for 6 months. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call 1-800-424-0700.
Okay, this stuff is really amazing. I mean, I put it in my mouth and I taste watermelon, but it's not just that. I taste strawberry too, but it's kind of like a watermelon-y strawberry put together. Hang on. Sorry about that. And the bubbles are really awesome. I mean, that's why they call it Max, I guess, obviously. That sort of makes sense once you think about it. Oh, I'm Dan, and that's Chuck. Hubba Max. A whole new kind of bubble. Hey!
Welcome back to ATVN Sports. I'm Thomas Johnson.
And I'm Alex Buettgen. There are a lot of USC losses this week. Let's get into it. The USC Trojans football team heads back to the Coliseum for a big-time showdown with hated crosstown rival UCLA. Neither the Trojans nor the Bruins have had the seasons that they hoped for. Both teams have underperformed in regards to their preseason expectations. However, Winning this game can change the rhetoric of the season for both teams. USC has obviously struggled on the defensive side of the football, but fortunately enough, the Bruins' struggles lie in their QB play and anemic offense. So Thomas, what does USC have to do to end their losing streak and pull out this crucial rivalry win?
Well, Alex, it's strength against strength here. The USC offense versus the UCLA defense. But I do think the USC offense comes out on top. UCLA, their stats are a little skewed. They've only played one top 30 offense so far this year. They've not seen anything like the Trojan offense. I think USC comes out on this one.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, but just because of how bad UCLA's offense is, they've played 3 different quarterbacks this year. None of them have been firmly entrenched as a starter. None of them have done very well. So if we can stop that running back, Carson Steele, then I think we're good.
And Steele's production really has slowed up recently, so I don't think it's going to be much of an issue, even though the USC defense really isn't that great.
Yeah. The Trojans currently lead the rivalry series with a 50-33-7 record since the rivalry's inception in 1929, and are looking to add win number 51 this Saturday.
It's getting colder outside, so that means it's time for some basketball. USC men's basketball had a blazing start to the season, but were derailed by UC Irvine last night. The Trojans were without Boogie Ellis and Kobe Johnson yesterday, leading to a 70-60 loss against the Anteaters. Isaiah Collier had 23 points, but USC shot 19% from three-point range, and Irvine scored 9 points in the last 3 minutes to win.
We deserve to lose this game by the way we played. Offensively especially, you can't shoot 28%, have 7 assists and 16 turnovers. And it's frustrating. I know our players are very upset. But it's on me. I got to figure out how to, even though we're shorthanded, figure out how to have better practices, and then obviously have to execute better offensively during the game.
The Trojans will look to shake off the upset when they take on Brown at home this Sunday at 5 p.m.
The USC women's soccer team is headed to the second round of the NCAA tournament after a thrilling 1-0 victory over Grand Canyon University. The Trojans, who earned an 8th seed in the NCAA tournament, will now face the number 1 seed in their region, the BYU Cougars. BYU is 17-2-3 on the year and have yet to lose a game at home. The Cougars are led by seniors Brecken Monzingo and Olivia Katoa, both of whom have tallied 11 goals on the season. However, the Trojan defense has been strong all season and could play a spoiler to BYU's national championship hopes. The Trojans will hope to continue their magical season and keep their championship hopes alive with an upset win in Provo this Thursday.
There's another USC team preparing for the postseason as well. Men's water polo is revving up for the MPSF tournament this weekend, hosted by UC Berkeley. The Trojans are coming off a 12-6 regular season, but they had a rough 1-5 conference record. Just this past weekend, though, USC forced undefeated UCLA to overtime to build some momentum heading into the tournament. USC is slotted in the 7th seed out of 8 teams, but the Trojans are still ranked 3rd in the country and should perform better than their seed suggests. Let's look at USC's roadmap to the finals. The Trojans will face off against the number 2 seed Augustana Vikings Friday morning, which should be an easy and attainable win for the Trojans, even though the Vikings are seeded higher. If the Trojans get past the Vikings, they will likely face off against the UCLA Bruins for the 4th time this season in the semifinals on Saturday. This is USC's biggest game of the tournament, as the Trojans are 0-3 against the undefeated Bruins this season. If USC can pull off the upset, the Trojans will play in the finals on Sunday. You can find all of the links to watch USC in the tournament on the USC Athletics website. Well, we are so jam-packed this week, we couldn't give you our Wednesday wows, so tune in to our final show to get wowed one last time. That's all the time we have for sports today. I'm Thomas Johnson.
And I'm Alex Buettgen. Over to Hanah at the monitor for more.
Think you can sing? We take a look at an a cappella group who certainly can.
Let me tell you how we amplify our Latine voices. Check out Dímelo. We have it all. Deportes.
Entertainment. Noticias. ¿Qué tal? Soy Mariela Gómez y bienvenidos a Dime la Hora.
Radio and Podcasting.
Comida y cultura. Digital social media.
¿A qué equipo le vas tú? ¿LA Galaxy o LAFC? Dímelo is the only Latina-focused media outlet at USC. Dímelo, we have it all.
Dímelo, we have it all.
Want quality name brand carpet for less?
Call Empire and you can get quality carpet at the lowest price guaranteed. And no payments for 1 year.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
I've replaced your shoelaces with fruit by the foot.
So you did. I replaced your fingers with fruit by the foot.
Bravo. I've replaced your bones with fruit by the foot.
Indeed you have. I replaced your guitar strings with fruit by the foot.
Seems like a step backwards, but alright. I've replaced your DNA with fruit by the foot. That would be end game, my friend.
Fruit by the foot. Fruit-flavored snack.
Pitch Perfect is a popular a cappella movie filled with singing and dancing. But what about real life? Annenberg media reporter Angelina Hicks spoke with the music director of the SoCal Vocals to see what the collegiate a cappella scene is really like.
Being a singer is one of the most popular career choices for kids. Few actually hold on to that dream. But for USC senior Maddie Lasker, music was something she couldn't shake.
I would just sing songs from Wicked and things like that, and my mom was like, okay, maybe we should put you in voice lessons. In high school was when I really realized that I think I could go to school for it, and I think I can make it happen.
Now, Maddie's musical interests range from songwriting, arranging, and session work. She does background vocals at Cherokee Studios in Hollywood.
But Maddie's passion for music doesn't end there. 2 nights a week, she's right here at the SoCal Vocal House, leading USC's oldest a cappella group in rehearsal.
3, 4, 1, put it up on the carpet,
As the group's music director, Maddie is in charge of leading every rehearsal, assigning singing roles, selecting songs, and making changes to sets as needed.
There needs to be a very specific kind of energy and vibe in a rehearsal for it to be productive. People need to be excited to be there. They need to be passionate about the music, and they have to feel confident. I learned very quickly that if I came into a rehearsal and I was tired and I was grouchy, everyone else would be grouchy because no one wants to listen to a grouch.
She kind of finds this way to balance the responsibility of like taking on leadership, but doing it in a way that's like very fun and inclusive.
It's like she's authoritative, but in like a super sweet, that's your friend kind of way, but at the same time, she knows how to teach, she knows how to get things done. She's on it.
The Vocals are competing at an a cappella competition called Scam Fest on November 18th. For Annenberg Media, I'm Angelina Hicks.
What an awesome story. Marco, have you ever made it out to one of the a cappella shows before?
Unfortunately, I haven't gone to one, but I am planning on going to a couple in the future. You just got to really admire the talent that they have, that the fact that there's no music playing, it's all coming from their vocal cords. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And now word on the street is that you might have some musical skills. Is that true?
I mean, not as good as you over there by the monitor, but it's a work in progress for sure. You'll have to hear me. I'm more of a rapper than a singer.
Oh, okay.
So,
can I get a little sneak peek? Not to put you on the
rap.
spot.
I mean, I have an album dropping soon, so you'll have to check that out. Thanks for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Marco Ramirez.
And I'm Hanah Abualhaj. For more coverage, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Annenberg Media. Good night.